So this is like the ultimate Grin setup for a Cirkit.
Oh, wow. Yeah, once the easy motor kicks in at the front, it's just magical.
So this is even more insane. You can do a steep hill at 60 kilometers an hour. It's just so much fun.
Hey, this is Aaron at Grin, and we're on Salt Spring Island right now, and I'm visiting one of our long-term dealers, David Elderton. He's been selling our stuff for how many years?
Since at least 2009, I've been using Grin stuff, and
Okay.
now I'm being a dealer for quite a few years.
So David has his brand of electric bikes called Hilleater, and he distributes them from right here on his property in Salt Spring Island. David has been putting Grin components on some very interesting frames and doing some very interesting upgrades to other electric bikes. So I think it's going to be cool to walk around David's property and check out what he's got in his garage. Wow, that frame is gorgeous.
Isn't it awesome?
Yeah.
So I saw this online and I thought this thing is so unique. Turns out it's made by bike artists in Indonesia. It's all stainless steel tubing, polished. It's a purpose-built e-bike. It doesn't try to be like a motorbike or look like a motorbike. It is a hub motor e-bike. It's just unique. The chain never goes slack even when the suspension is working. So the pivot of the suspension is the same as the center of the chain line.
Yeah.
So this is like the ultimate Grin setup for a Cirkit. So it's got an easy motor on the front, that's a geared motor, and then an RH212 direct drive on the back. So it's got regen braking. It's got dual phase runner controllers and a Cycle Analyst version 3.
And then obviously huge battery.
Yes.
How big is that battery?
This is 72 volt and it's 3.2 kilowatt hours.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, so it fills that whole box.
And what's the top speed?
Around 70 kilometers an hour. I think it'll go faster on a full charge, probably do 80.
Yeah.
No problem.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild. And then what do we have on the front here? You have a rear easy. So the rear easy was able to fit on this?
Yep, so the front dropout is 135 millimeters, so it fits perfectly. This one's got Magura quad piston, and so the way it's set up is the front motor is like a turbocharger. So it basically cruises on the back motor. So you're just cruising along, and then when you want to accelerate harder, you hit the front.
That's all from one throttle control?
Yeah, one throttle control. So you do the throttle mapping with the phase runner, and you can set it up so that they react differently. So the front motor actually shuts down when you get to higher speed. You get the smooth, noise-free direct drive in the rear. This is a custom build, so the idea is we're selling these kits, and you can order whatever hub motor from Alibaba or from Grin, and get your batteries, and it's like it's basically a do-it-yourself. Comes with a suspension, comes with the chain, you know, the jack shaft and the chains, and so all that hard to find stuff, you know, and then the rest of it's like fat bike components. This is not a cheap vehicle, but it's like you're going to be the only guy in town with one of these, right? It's just super cool.
Yeah.
So this is a 2007 Cat Trike that I've had since 2007. Originally had a EcoSpeed mid-drive on it, and then it had a big Crystalite hub motor in the back, which was underwhelming. And now it's got the Grin all-axle running 72 volts on the front.
Two of the oldest Grin all-axle.
Yes, these are like the original.
This was like motor 2 and 3 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I used to have motor 4 on my bike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is running 72 volts, so it's 5,000 watts. It's dual phase runner controllers and 20 amp hours, 72 volts.
And you go like uphill at 60 kilometers an
Yeah,
hour.
you can do a steep hill at 60 kilometers an hour. This thing is just so much fun. It's like, why everybody doesn't have one of these? Well, it's expensive too, right?
Yeah.
That's probably why everybody.
Well, you inspired Grin to make one.
Yeah. So you've ridden the Grin one,
Yeah.
right? So you know how fun that is, and that's what, at 52 volts?
That's a 52 volt. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So this is even more insane.
And what about these switches here?
Just turning it on.
Yeah.
And turning the controllers on. There's the controllers on, and this is the power limiting. So it's limited to 5,000 watts right now, but you can turn it down if you want to take an all-day ride. I'll turn it down to like 350 watts or something and just pedal.
Cool.
Yeah. And lights. It's got good headlights and stuff.
What's this?
That's the throttle.
Okay. You freaked me out.
Yeah.
Good thing Schwabs last forever.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
You got really thick Schwabies on there. Those are big apples?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
It's because it's got no suspension,
Yeah,
right?
no suspension is the worst part
And
of the catch, right?
with this bike, if you go around if you're like doing a sharp corner and you're really tooling around the corner, it unloads the inside wheel, right? So it loads up the outside wheel. So you'll often, if you hit the throttle, you'll spin and actually burn rubber going around the corner. Yeah. This is our sort of bread and butter bike. The stock bike comes with an easy motor. This is the Grin upgrade version. So we call it the Galliano Phase Runner. This has the ready-to-roll GMAC kit. So it's got regen braking. It's about 1,500 watts. We sold a lot of these to people who already have an e-bike, and this is like their ultimate e-bike. And we do this same upgrade for a juiced cross current as well. We offer it as like a do-it-yourself kit. We basically just ship out the wheel, controller. You can take your cross current from what was a nice bike with a 500 watt Bafang motor on it to a real hot rod. It totally transforms the bike.
Your house is also a very cool thing to talk about because you've gone full solar.
Right, right.
Right now you're putting power back into the grid, I understand.
That's right, yeah, yeah. So we're grid tied, and then we've got battery backup as well. Yeah. The power does go off here, being Salt Spring. So we've got panels on the shop and on the house, and Tesla Model S battery bank, yeah, and a big inverter, and yeah, we can just keep on going. It's basically, you know, if the shit really hit the fan, we'd be fine for electricity. Yeah. Because it just keeps.
Even in the winter? You think?
Yep, even in the winter, you just have to be careful.
Cool. And so how many panels altogether do you
have? Like 29 250 watt panels.
29, 20.
Yep, we got an old Leaf, and we basically make more than enough power to power it up. In the back there, you can see the Hilleater trailer. So I tow that with a long-tail cargo bike, and it's got dual hub motors on it. So basically, I can load that up with, like I took the Cirkit bike to a show the other day, and so that bike is probably 200 pounds or something. It's not light. Bunch of gear, tables and stuff, and just put it in there, and that thing will climb any hill. Plus it has regen braking, which is pretty important for a trailer that's loaded up with stuff. Yeah. Well, I carry 3 e-bikes to do shows and also to pick up people's bikes and stuff like that. Yeah, it's got dual controllers and a cycle analyst on it, and an old battery from a Prius plug-in hybrid that's still going strong after like many years.
All right, so I just followed David out on the Hilleater bike there that was upgraded with the GMAC, and it's my first time riding this thing. Ooh, does it look fun? Oh, let's see what happens here. Whoa! Woohoo! Oh, wow. Yeah, once the easy motor kicks in the front, it's just magical. Super torquey, kind of ridiculous. A little more than I need. I'm pretty happy with like a 1,500 watt e-bike, but how much power is this drawing? 3,400 watts? Okay, so double what I'm used to, but with 2 motors, so crazy power. Awesome. Yeah, you should probably check this out.
It's Grin Technologies.
Yeah.
The guy named Keith there built a bike for us.
Oh yeah?
He's got a bike like that, but it's got...
Oh, I filmed that video on Keith.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Aaron.
I work at Grin, yeah.
Grin controllers and 2 Grin motors. And
Oh,
Grin,
nice.
yeah.
That's my lead.
Out of your league? Yeah, I mean, it's only $10,000. I mean, but awesome, man. Thanks for stopping by.